Hi, I'm having fun with the pixels. I think this is cool. It looks like I'm moving, like my atoms actually do move um, all the time, but we don't notice. And the date, of course, is 4/10/2016. So I want to show you a couple of mm, weather anomalies, and I'm grateful for you, and I'm here at your service. Bye-bye. This is the biggest one. The morphed integrated microwave imagery. This is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen it this wild and crazy. And this is the date on here, which is showing up as April 11th because it's GMT time. I'm in Central Standard Time, so for me it's still the 10th. But all these lines and all this craziness, that is bizarre. That is totally bizarre. This is the actual time of when it was taken, and it started way before the 8th. Sometimes when I've seen this before, there's a meteorite showers. So I haven't checked to see if that's what's going on yet, but isn't this bizarre? Look at that. Unbelievable. That's so pretty too, but of course it could be some kind of weird distortion with this, but yeah, man. Psychedelic. Uh, all right, so I live in the United States, and so I'm looking at the College of DuPage United States radar. I'm going to slow this down just a little tiny bit. Um, I want to just point out a couple of things that I think are kind of intriguing. This storm, intense storm, is moving through this area with high wind warnings and tornado watches. And look at where the radar is like really intense. Down in this area. See? Storms moving in up here. Radar intense right here. That's intriguing to me. It always seems to me like when I see that they're moving the storm in some way because all this radar is intense energy going into the atmosphere. And it also affects any of the molecules that are in the atmosphere. So this is the western part, which looks kind of bizarre in itself. Wonder what they're watching right there. That one thing that got bright. What is that? A hot truck moving something? Okay, so I know that this right here is a wind um, uh, energy center. That red spot right there. That's there all the time. And I did want to show you this weird line that I saw coming in right up here. Right there. That beam is pretty bizarre to me. Oh, come on. Okay, it's coming, it's coming. There we go. Let's move it back so we can take another look at that. It's either going into or coming out of the radar center. And then, this here also looks weird. Just how these lines are, like they're chemtrails is what they look like. Now, of course, I could be wrong. That's just what they look like to me. Okay, so let's, while we're at it, look at, this always has interesting stuff. I like the selection of things on here. And at the bottom of this page, they have a link that you can go to with a video that will tell you all the things you can watch on this, on College of DuPage, which is really quite amazing. We can pick the enhancement here and make it change just a little. So pick Vapor 1. This makes it look much more intense and interesting to me. And of course there's some sites that have much prettier colors than this one, but this is where I saw the Tornado Watch earlier. On here they have let me get back up here. It's where the explosive area is, right in there. They have where you can click on temperature. It's adjusting wind gusts, so you can watch as it moves. Excuse me. The wind pickup or slow down. We're having weird little spurts of wind here through here. And here comes the storm part that's intensifying. I think I saw 27 or 29 miles an hour at the most. Let me get that off. Supercell composite. And you can see the supercell moving up from here. Let's go back. I want to back out of there a little so you can see that. Purple is showing supercell over here, over here, over here also. And then a couple of other spots in the United States. That's getting pretty intense right in there. And right in here. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to let this do its run there. Okay, now we're back at the beginning. Oh, I just wanted to show you the date and time on here is right here. Okay. Alright, so now I'm on IntelliCast. I want to just look at where earthquakes have been. The red is the first 6 hours, then yellow, next 6 hours, orange, next 6 hours, gray, next 6 hours. So it goes back 24 hours. So where the storm is coming from, we do have an earthquake that happened recently that is pretty intense in there. Let's move it to clouds and radar because there's a pretty big earthquake that happened here. 6.6 in Afghanistan. That's pretty intense, and I don't know if there's been any damage up here in the mountains. Okay, let's back out of there again. 5.0 in Palu. Okay, so let's take let's get rid of the earthquakes. And let's just look at this red triangle is I'll click on it so you can see possible tornado and damaging winds. Yellow is possible damaging winds. Blue is hail. And the green is strong cell. So we'll just back out of that. And you can get an idea what's going on here in the United States right now. Okay, this is the Space Weather Prediction Center. The link for this is below. It's under SolarHam. Now, I just wanted to point out this satellite here, WSA Enlil. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Enlil, E-N-L-I-L. Okay, so this is the site that I'm on. The link for this is below. Enki and Enlil. According to the ancient Sumerian text, the Sumerian god Anu, the supreme lord of the sky, the currently reigning tutelar head of the Sumerian family tree, had two sons. They were Enki, a lord of the earth and waters, whose mother was Antu, and Enlil, Lu, Lord of the air, Lord of the command, whose mother was Ki. These two half-brothers, surprise, surprise, did not get along. And you can read about this as you wish. Critical to their rivalry, particularly from Earth's viewpoint, was the fact that Enki had been the first of the Anunnaki to hazard a trip to Earth to begin a mining operation for gold. When this effort did not apparently produce gold in sufficient quantities, Enlil was brought in, given command, and armed with a new plan, an early version of the New Deal. The revised program was to mine gold from deep mines in Earth. According to the Sumerian texts, as detailed in Genesis of the Grail Kings 1, during a visit by their father Anu, the archetypal absentee landlord, the Anunnaki made a decision. The gods had clasped their hands together, had cast lots and divided. Anu then went up to heaven. To Enlil the earth was made subject, the seas enclosed as with a loop. They had been given to Enki, the prince of the earth. Sounds fair, however. Enki was not happy about his brother's promotion, although Enlil was the elder of the two. Okay, so this goes on. This is a long story. But it's interesting. You know, they're even talking about Jehovah in here. And they're talking about, here, from a biblical perspective, it was Enki who, with the critical assistance of his half-sister Ninki, aka Ninkurusag, created Adam and Eve. Okay, now that's very interesting, don't you think? Now this is what was Zacharias Titchin here did the deciphering. So other people have different viewpoints. And I would certainly encourage you to take a look at this if you're interested and look up more. Okay, so we're going to go back to where we were. So we're back on the Solarham website. And this is interesting because you can click on these and make them larger. Like that. And you can click on this button and then it shows you over this time frame, and they have a couple different graphs here. This one and these. Now this little dot right there is Earth. And it looks like, to me, this is the date of it happening, it looks like to me that there was a solar eruption, which doesn't look all that big, but it looks like we are hit with something, which is why I'm curious about the little part I showed you in the beginning, which is the thing right here. It's like there was obviously something going on, and it sparked my curiosity. That would make a beautiful dress. Oh, okay. Okay, so see right there and right there. Something obviously is surrounding the Earth and making some sort of change. Okay, again, WSA Enlil solar wind prediction. Down here, it's not really telling us a lot of what's going on right now. So I'm gonna get off here. Oh, I decided that I thought I'd let you see this one, because that one you can click on also. And see up here is the symbols for all the planets. Earth right here. And here. And there's this weird little thing that happens right there. There. Right there. Okay, so we're going to get up here. Okay, so I'm on Earth Sky. I was curious about what's going on that was causing that strange thing we saw earlier here. So, so I'm back on Earth Sky. Whoops, here we go. Everything you need to know, Lyrid meteor shower. There is a meteor shower that's expected in April, but the annual Lyrid meteor shower is active each year from about April 16th through the 25th. That's the